Comedian Coco Brown has finally spoken out about her issues with Corey Holcomb while sitting down with Torrei Hart on her Brutally Honest podcast. For those who may not know, Corey has accused Coco of stealing his jokes in the past, and so much that he has refused to do shows with her. Corey has been very vocal on his 5150 show about joke thieves, even calling a few out by name on several occasions, but as of recently, when calling out Coco Brown, he chose not to say her name, but made sure to point it out in the chat while completely violating her. He claims she has slept around in the industry and is a notorious side chick to her husband, who allegedly was married still when they tied the knot, going after her child, saying that she had a side baby because she is the side wife. Listen here.
Sexual hype has determined to go and interview a whole bunch of comedians to say something bad about me. And he said something about, he had one lady on there too. This is a big-eyed bitch who f***ed the comedy community.
That's before, I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Before my time.
Just a little bit though.
Yeah.
Right when you came, she had found a way to be in Atlanta, and at one time, the brother, Tyler Perry, was putting her in movies.
Okay.
This a big-eyed
okay.
She goes around talking about, I was talking about her baby. This is so common. That's what Les Hilarious did. He was talking about my baby. No, you was on the internet naked with your son, and I said something about it, and you tried to make the attention go like I was talking about the baby. Here's another lady. I'm trying to see if somebody gonna say her name on there. She's a big head, fat, big-eyed bitch. Even when she lost weight, she was a fat bitch. I don't want to say her name. I'm not going to say her name. They can say my name all they want, but this is a fat, nasty lady who slept with anybody willing to sleep with her, and she used to steal everybody's jokes. I can bring comic after comic on here that will vouch, because the other boy, Tatalicious, used to steal jokes. I walked in on him doing one of my jokes, but then they always act like, no, I said a word. No, you was doing the bit. I walked in on it, just like I walked in on this lady doing, somebody said it. Miss Lips know. Miss Lips know. Walked in on her doing one of my bits. And she used to try to be on tour dates. No, that's not her.
That's the name there. Okay.
Miss Lips know who it is. They saying it right there. Good Jay know who it is. Yeah.
Okay.
They know who it is. Ryan Brown know who it is. So I walked in on her doing one of my jokes. So I cut it off. She used to try to be on tour dates with me. Nope. I used to tell the promoters, if she on, I'm not doing it. So who you think they gonna pick? Right. She ain't selling tickets like that, even though Tyler Perry cuffed her. And it looks like she's a strong comedian, but she's a hack. She's a hack. She steals jokes. And all I'm saying is this. I don't like the fact that they try to say that you went after their children. I didn't go after her baby. What I said was, she married a dude who was already married.
Right.
So I said, you a side wife, bitch. How are you a side wife? You ain't even the main wife. You the second wife. I was like, you got real side babies. I said something like that. Right. But she tried to make it seem like I'm digging in on something personal about the kids and all that. Nah, fake bitch. You a lying ass, big-eyed slut bitch who married that man who was already married, because that man know how to get his paper.
Torrei Hart dropped a new episode of her Brutally Honest podcast where she asked Coco about toxic male comics in the industry, and of course, Corey came up. Torrei had her own things to say about Corey, mentioning how he used to always come over her house back when her and Kevin Hart were still together, and how she used to always cook for Corey when everything seemed cool between them, until Corey decided to talk crazy about her on his show. Coco called him out by name, stating that his claims of joke stealing came from a third party and not actually confirmed by hearing the joke himself. She says instead of Corey reaching out to talk about it, he ran with the rumor and went on his show to talk crazy about her instead. Listen to what Coco Brown and Torrei Hart had to say about Corey right here.
Because I actually, yesterday, because I heard this comedian was talking about me. And it's a male.
Are they bigger than you?
It's a man.
Are they bigger than you?
No, but he's got his own following. But I was just like, I was confused because I used to cook for this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like when he would come and visit me and Kevin, and you know when we first moved out, I was like, you used to come to my house and I would cook full meals for you.
Why do I think?
You know
I
what I'm saying?
talking about?
And I'm so it baffled me that
Was I there once? When y'all first got married?
I don't think not when he's been there, because he would come play video games and shit. And so I'm just like, why does he keep my name in his mouth? It's very baffling to me and confusing. So I flipped out. My boy acting up just here. My boy, I was like, yo, I'm about to go eat. I got to get this nigga back. I was ready to pick my phone up and start talking to the phone, which I still don't to this day. Like, understand why people be, yeah, motherfucker. Like, and I have his number in my phone, but that's what I wanted to do, talk to the phone, and then hit send, and so I was all hype. And then I had to calm myself down because that's what I would have did, 5 years ago. And now, like you say, I've done the work.
I always look at the big picture. I had a very well-known comedian come for me a few years ago, and it came so out of nowhere. We had just worked together.
Right.
We were writing together. He had tags for me. He reached out to my agent to get the tags for me. And then out of nowhere, he just came for my throat, came for my child, just was on one. And I'm just like, and I'm trying to reach out like, dude, what did I do? What did I do?
You booked another job?
No, let me tell you what happened. It all came out. I got to reveal stuff to you. Another female comic who got accused of taking one of my jokes. I didn't know this. When she got accused of that, she flipped out and said, well, so-and-so be taking your jokes.
Right.
Me.
Okay.
And this comic, instead of calling me after you just saw me, we worked together, instead of calling me saying, yo, what's up? Instead, took her word and went on this rampage. And then when it came out, she lied. They apologized to me, but it would have been nice had you done it publicly.
Right.
Because you raked me across the coals.
Wait, said went on rants about you out in the public?
Girl,
like,
Twitter's where we had Twitter. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Girl, I had
who
threats.
is this?
I mean, it's public knowledge. Corey Holcomb. But we good now. But me and Corey good now. We good now. We cool. We cool. We cool. What? We good. He apologized. We good. Is that who came for you? Oh, that's a rite of passage, baby. I tell coms all the time, till Corey come for your head, honey, you ain't nobody.
I'm somebody.
It's a rite of passage. When Corey come for your head, that's a rite of passage, baby. You good, sis, you good. He came for your head, you good. It's a rite of passage.
I guess he listened to somebody else too.
Baby, but I'm telling you, like, I found the root of it because I couldn't understand why.
So you was confused, just like I was.
But it took me 3 years to find out where that came from.
Okay.
And it happened so crazy that it was revealed to me in a way that this person literally came up to me at a show 3 years later. This shit's over. We moved on, and tapped me on my shoulder out of nowhere and said, "You know, I ain't nothing to do with that Corey stuff, right?" Now, why is the first thing out your mouth?
The female comedian?
Yeah, why is that out your mouth? That's the first thing out your mouth.
Now wait, who's the female comedian?
I ain't even gonna get that bitch the little game.
Okay.
But I was just like, and I'm sitting there with two other comedians, and as soon as she walked away after doing that, she didn't say, hi, how's your kid, nothing. It's like, beef you have with somebody.
Right.
And I come to you 3 years later, hey, Torrei, I ain't gonna do it there, right? That's the first thing out of my mouth.
Right.
And that was 3 years ago. As soon as she walked away, the comics I was with was like, they knew about the situation. They was like, did she just tell on herself? And we was like, I think so.
Right.
So one of the other comics said, I'm gonna find out. And they did. And they did. And that's what got back to me. I mean, even the ones who have thrown a knife in my mouth, I don't hate anyone.
Right.
I may deeply have a deep disdain for you. Right. And I can only tolerate you to a certain degree because I'm always going to be classy. Yeah. That's one thing about me. I tell people all the time, baby, don't get it twisted. Yeah. I'm not ghetto. Yeah. I grew up in the suburbs in a 2-parent household and went to Jack and Jill. I am G as shit.
Come on, Jack and Jill.
But, I can act really good. Because people believe I'm Jennifer, for better or worse. They believe I'm that chick. And I'm like, okay, that means I'm a good actress.
So what y'all think about what Coco had to say about Corey? And also, do you think Corey should have apologized publicly after going off on her publicly? Because if it wasn't for this interview and Coco addressing it, the entire 5150 Nation would have never known that they pieced it up, and the narrative that she is a notorious joke thief would have still been lingering amongst the people. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Leave a like and subscribe to the GMS show. I'll see y'all later.